Hi everyone, this is Shantae, aka Shanteezy on Twitter and Instagram, or just simply just Shantae. So welcome to hashtag Shantae's Analysis. So you can hashtag it, you can share it, you can retweet, or you can like, share, subscribe, however you want to do it. So I'm just gonna cut into these COVID numbers, and as I say, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Twitter or Instagram. It's either your way. So I'm just going to share my screen with you all. So my whole entire screen. So I'm going to go to the COVID maps. So according to the Johns Hopkins website, and as you can see, there are 104,366,626 cases of COVID. The global death toll is 2,267,910. The U.S. confirmed cases is 26,554,216. So once again, that number is 554,216. And as a new cases today, we had, if you see in the middle of that screen, if you can see, let me know, 114,437 new cases of COVID as of today, February 3rd, 2021. The U.S. death toll is now at 450, so it's 450,680. So we are close to the 500,000 mark real soon. We're halfway there. And as long as the CDC or the scientists or this administration gets a handle of this virus, these numbers will keep going up. And also states need to do their part as well. So that's for the entire globe and world. And the United States, we are the main country on the globe that has the most cases, and we make up only 20% of the world's population. Now on the New York Times COVID map, here it is. You can see this map. It looks like the Midwest. It looks like they're slowing down their cases, but their infection rates are still high. It's still pretty much high. But if you look at the eastern borderline, mostly South Carolina, it's because South Carolina has that South African strand. So now there's 3 strands of COVID-19. There's the UK strand, which always been here. There is the Brazilian strand, because to find out that the last administration did not ban travel from from Brazil, nor Europe as well. I meant to say that. And then you have South Africa. And I'm very shocked that there's a South African strand. And Long Island is suffering really bad from the virus. They're part of that number. Manhattan, the Westchester County, you see a trend. Let's see, New York City, 63 per 100,000 people. So, see, South Carolina, the numbers are just going up in the South. So, details are hidden. Hi, hello. So, show. So, in case if you didn't see the last numbers, here it is. These are the last numbers. These numbers are high for COVID-19 on the Johns Hopkins website. And here it is. Hi. And now I'm going to turn to the states as I just got my Google notification talking about, oh, they can't see your details. So, oh gosh, look at South Carolina. Here we are. California has 3,365,552. Texas, 2,448,474. Florida, 1,744,611. New York, 1,444,199. Illinois, 1,137,037. Ohio, 906,727. They'll be the sixth state to hit the million mark real soon. Georgia, 898,639. They're on that trajectory, as well as Pennsylvania, 859,345. North Carolina, 779,727. And Arizona rounds up the top 10 with 769,297. But then you have all these other places, like Tennessee has 719, New Jersey has 600, New Jersey has 705,807. Indiana slowing down their cases, but these cases are still high. Massachusetts in the 500,000s. South Carolina, because they have that new strand, that their numbers are going up at 450. So these numbers, the COVID cases are going up. They are going up in each places. And South Dakota has 108,639, and their governor said they're doing okay with COVID. So that's her say. But yeah, it's real in the field with COVID. I mean, but there's a path of relief. Democrats are on board to pass the rescue plan. President Biden and Vice President, well, mostly President Biden's rescue plan. And President Biden's rescue plan will actually grant Americans stimulus checks. I don't know if they're ongoing stimulus checks. Raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Provide money for schools to reopen safely. And there's more, and I think there's more entailed in that. And Democrats seem to be on board in the Senate and in the House. It's the Republicans in the Senate, and of course in the House, but mostly in the Senate, who seems to not agree. So there was a vote yesterday, 50 to 49. The 49 was the GOP, and the 50 was the Democratic senators. Yes, Joe Manchin did vote for the bill, and we all know that, but Joe Manchin was talking that shit until he got called out by one of his constituents, was like, we need money to pay, I need to pay my rent. Because it's popular in the state. And if you're popular in your state, you may want to get your constituents some COVID money, because I'm pretty sure, because West Virginia is pretty goddamn poor. So cut that bullshit out, Joe Manchin. And yes, I'm still slightly salty at the way he came at Kamala Harris, even though it's probably water under the bridge. But still, at the same time, it's like, Joe Manchin, nobody has to respond to you when they come into your state. When Donald Trump came to your state, did you say anything? No. But it's okay to come at a black woman, your former colleague in the Senate. I'm going to need for you to get your shit together, sir. But, yeah, he voted for it. So they passed a resolution to pass that bill without GOP support. And Democrats need to be that way, because we try to be civil during the Obama administration, because he was the first African-American president. So, of course, all eyes were on President Obama. And unfortunately, as much as he tried to work, bring bipartisanship, the GOP showed their hand and showed their ass of who they were. And it doesn't surprise me, absolutely, Jesse. And it doesn't surprise me that their party's in a disarray. And Mitch McConnell nor Kevin McCarthy, Mitch McConnell don't have control over it. And Kevin McCarthy was like, well, I need my votes. But then you got Adam Kissinger, who is the traditional conservative, talking about he's launching some campaign or whatever. But I don't give Adam Kissinger no cookie neither, because when Donald Trump was passing all these horrendous and horrible policies and these executive orders, Adam Kissinger really didn't say anything. From the both people on both sides comment, to the shithole countries comment, to the separating kids at the border, to spraying peaceful protesters in their face, pepper spraying them, assaulting them, beating them, the whole George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, like, you didn't even vote for the Justice and Policing Act. I think Will Hurd voted for it. Like, he did not vote for that shit. So Adam Kissinger can kiss my ass. But yeah, the GOP's in disarray. They voted for what's her face, Liz Cheney, for her seat. I mean, for her position, because she's the number 3 Republican. But she's no saint neither. Yes, she voted for impeachment the second time. And yes, and I'm sorry that her family's been threatened and her life's been threatened. But she voted with the past White House resident 97% of the time. And she was pretty much silent too. So I do not give none of these quote unquote honorable Republicans any, I don't give them any praise. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's me. But I remember their complicity, them being complicit and silent. And that's the truth. Now, with them being in disarray, I believe they are the party of Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert. And why do I think that? Because these women are bringing out these Republicans' true feelings about the changing demographic in America. They are the Republican Party since the post civil rights era, and I believe there's an historian here. She can correct me if she wants to. You know, they have not been for the people for a very long time. They call themselves the Party of Lincoln, but are you guys really the Party of Lincoln? You haven't been a Party of Lincoln since Lincoln. You're calling yourself the Party of Reagan, but Reagan wasn't for the people neither. Reagan couldn't freaking say AIDS. Reagan imposed trickle economics, Reaganomics, and that Reaganomics affected black and brown people. His policies are still lingering in today, and he was the president 40 years ago. He stopped being the president over 30 years ago, 32 years ago. And you're calling yourselves the Tea Party. Yeah, you guys were birthers and racists, and you merged from that all the way to Donald Trump's party. And I believe Jen Jordan said they're not the party of wine and cheese. They're the party of beer and jeans. And white supremacists, you can add that part in there too. But yeah. That party's been done since 1964, since 66 years ago, when they did not support the Civil Rights Act. So, enough about the QAnon people. But 2 secretaries have been confirmed to the Senate, so that is great. Not confirmed to the Senate, confirmed. to the administration. That was Pete Buttigieg. He is the first openly LGBTQ person to serve in a presidential administration ever as the Secretary of Transportation. And then you have the Homeland Security. I can't pronounce his name. He's Hispanic. I believe he's the son of Cuban immigrants. He will be the Homeland Security Secretary, the Secretary of Homeland Security. And then the Secretary of Education is haven't been confirmed, but he had a hearing today. And I found the clip very interesting. They got play it. It seems good. Because some people just will forever be assholes. This is Rand Paul.
So you don't have a problem then with boys running in the girls' track meet, swimming meets, name it. You're okay then with boys competing with girls?
Respectfully, Senator, I think I answered the question. I believe schools should offer the opportunity for students to engage in extracurricular activities, even if they're transgender. I think that's their right.
All right. A lot of us think.
So that was Dr. Miguel Cardona, who will be the Secretary of Education if confirmed by the U.S. Senate. And he was asked about young transgender women, transgender women that were biologically born as men, but now they have transitioned to being women. And he basically say you have no problem with boys competing in girls' sports. First of all, once you change your sex, you are the sex that you are. Change to. Transgender women are women. And that's that. I have no problem. Shoot, they probably be in the same bathroom as me. I don't know. They don't care. Like, I don't care. They don't care about, they just want to use the bathroom or play sports or do whatever. Like, these are people, this is what we call the First Amendment. This is American rights. And people should be treated as citizens. People like Rand Paul, and Rafael Cruz and Joshua Hawley, seems like they have an issue. Even Tulsi Gabbard had an issue. I don't see what the goddamn problem is. But that's why Rand Paul will always be an asshole. An educated, idiotic asshole. Well, there's more assholeness to go around. But it is 11:45. So I will just end this on a high note. Not on a high note, but on a regular note. Let's all pay attention to what the hell is going on with, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Hopefully she gets sanctioned from her committee assignments, which that's going to happen. And we hopefully that, we get prepared for this trial that's going to happen next Tuesday. And continue just to be safe out here in the streets, because even though with all this going on, we're still in the midst of COVID. We are. So please wear your mask, wear your gloves, and continue to social distance. And wash your hands. But until then, you have a good night.